Hey friends, my name is Bond, this is Oleg, and in today's video we are going to talk about Speedy. Today we're going to do a bit of a shorter video. I just want to talk about my thoughts and reasons why I personally think that Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch is one of the best value for money watches on the market right now. That's not a very controversial statement to say because a lot of people agree with this statement. Omega Speedmaster is just one of those amazing watches. But I will go even farther than that. I will say that Omega Speedmaster, the discontinued model, the 2020 model, if you will, 1861 movement model, is one of the best, if not the best, value for money watches on the market right now. So first of all, Omega Speedmaster, the Moonwatch, it doesn't need much of an introduction. Of course, it's the first watch on the moon. We all know the story. We all know that one step for the man, one giant leap for the mankind. The whole thing, Omega has been advertising this big event to us for many years. Omega Speedmaster is probably one of the most marketed watches on the market right now. Even if you don't know the story, you will recognize the watch. If you have been interested in watches even for a few months, Omega Speedmaster has most certainly came up on your search results. It's just one of those watches that everybody knows about, most people love, but pretty much everyone appreciates. So I don't think I need to talk about the iconic status of this watch anymore. But it is also rare for a watch that is iconic to also be a watch that you actually want to wear. A watch that will go with a lot of different outfits and a watch that you can wear on your daily basis. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say this is one watch collection because it's not really. It only has 50 meters of water resistance, so that doesn't really make it a perfect one watch collection. I would say if it had 100 meters of water resistance, that would have been a perfect one watch collection. Nevertheless, if you only had this one watch plus a G-Shock, you could get away with only having this one timepiece in a collection, and what a timepiece and what a collection that would be. So far, we established that it's an icon with it being the first watch on the moon. We also established that it's a kind of a fashionable watch and a watch that you actually want to wear. And what's more, it is a very beautiful watch to wear. Now, some might say, hey, it's the same thing as being a very wearable watch, but I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say that it's one of those watches that is just purely beautiful to look at. If you look at posters of these watches, if you look at printouts of these watches, they're just amazing. I mean, I have a whole book about Omega Speedmaster watches because they're just amazingly beautiful timepieces. All right, so we have three reasons why these watches are amazing. Now, why am I saying that the older discontinued version is actually the better value for money than the new version? The new version with the new bracelet, with the new updated 3861 movement is fantastic. There's no question about it. It's a very special timepiece, and Omega did all the right steps in updating this iconic watch. I can't argue with that. But what they also have done, they also raised the price of these watches. So if you look at Omega website, the 1861 discontinued model is about 6,750 Canadian dollars. You can do your own conversions. And the new updated movement version is $8,550. That's an $1,800 Maple Leaf dollars difference. To some people, that's going to be worth it. The new Meta certified movement, I mean, it's fantastic. I'm running out of adjectives to describe this movement. It's really good. And you also get a new bracelet, which is more comfortable than the older bracelet. However, I prefer the styling of the old bracelet personally. So you get those two things, plus you get the dot over 90 and a few other small differences, small tweaks. But the movement is really the selling feature, and the bracelet is there to distinguish the new model from the old model. I think if you go to Omega ADs right now, and that's why I got the idea for this video because I was at my Omega AD earlier today, I still saw a few discontinued 1861 movement models on display. You don't have to go to a gray market, you don't have to go buy a used one, you can buy a still brand new discontinued model, the leftover stock, if you will. And I think that's the model to buy. If you don't really care about the new updated movement, because let's be honest, the 1861 movement is no slouch. It is also a fantastic movement. It stood the test of time, pun intended, and for the most part, it will do the job. First of all, you're buying it cheaper without the raised price. Secondly, you will probably get some sort of discount, probably 5-10% maybe, if you're lucky. That's not bad. And third of all, you're still buying an iconic watch. It's not like you're buying some knockoff version. It's not like you're buying an old iPhone that doesn't run apps. It is still the Moonwatch. And fourth reason, this one is a bit speculative. I think the prices of these watches are gonna go up. Anything that's discontinued, anything that you can't buy anymore, right now you can still buy them from dealers, but soon they won't be available anymore. I think 2-3 years from now, the prices are gonna creep up and they're gonna kind of match the new raised price. So now, in my opinion, is the time to buy this watch. If you were in the market for an Omega Speedmaster and you're kind of deciding between the two, and the bracelet and the movement are not that big a deal to you, I would go for the older version. And that's probably the version that I will end up buying, because I think that watch is excellent and it represents one of the best, if not the best value for money on any watch on the market right now. That's just off the top of my head thoughts. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the discontinued versus the new model of Omega Speedmaster. Also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We release new videos every week. By the way, today on my wrist I'm wearing my Rolex GMT Master 2. I did a full review of this watch. That video can be found on the YouTube channel. I will also leave it linked in the description below. Also in the description below there are a couple of other links. There's a secret link and there's a link to bondnerstraps.com. Check it out if you're interested. Thanks for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Did you tell our audience that it's your birthday? You're 5 years old. Better shape than ever. Got more snacks than ever today. Probably the most snacks you ever got in one day. You like the word snacks? As soon as you hear that word, you're like, what? Snacks? Right now? I want some. Okay, after I'm done filming, I'll give you more snacks. It's a promise. It's a promise.